Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday's Marketing Masterclass. I'm just trying to find my call here. Where am I? Marketing reviews. Here we go. You guys got in early over on YouTube. But hello and welcome to Marketing Reviews. Give me a minute here while we get everybody on board. All right. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers, to Monday night's Marketing Masterclass. My name is Chris. As you guys probably know, it's nice to see you all. Hello, Logan and/or Verity. Never know which one I'm talking to. Is it Logan or is it Verity? Hello, James. Not that really matters. Or is it both? Hello, Joshil. Michaela. Hey, Joshua, where are your stats? Did you send them in today? I didn't see them. 10:34. Oh, yeah. He sent them in this morning. He did. You did! James, you want your ads reviewed. You're not sure what info I need. Well, I need access to your ads. So, oops, that's your name. At Gmail. So what you do, James, I got confused there because James was my middle name. What you do is you go and get that email address I just popped in there and invite me to your, what was, I've had a brain fart. What's it called? Invite me into your Facebook business portfolio and make sure you give me access to your ad account, and then I'll be able to actually read your ads and tell you what to do. Hello, Renee. Hello, Michael. Hello, James Saab. Hello, Lionel. Armin again. And Matt. Sup, Matt? And Michaela. And Krista. Partners. They're not partners. You want to actually invite me in as a person. Just a regular old person who is going to have access to your ad account. And I'll get an email. And from that email, I can go in and actually access your ads and give you a review. All right. Sup, Ryan? Give me a second here, guys. I'm just waiting for my stream to go live on YouTube so I can get any YouTube comments. Here we are. All right. And give you a review. We're live. All right, good. Let me share my screen and we'll get started. Window, marketing reviews, done. Okay. How many we got today? 8. Good. We can do that. We can do 8. 8 we can do. Ryan Klaus, please check out Cub Cove. I don't remember having access to a Cub Cove. Hey, Damon, how you doing? I'm powering through today. I'm in a bit of pain, actually. Got a fair bit of lower back pain, but I'm powering through. Thanks for asking. For those over at Freedom, Damon was just asking how I'm doing today. James, what kind of access do I need? I just need admin access over your Facebook ad account. Ryan, you just invited me? Okay. Did I get it? What sort of email did I give you? Chris Evers. Yeah, that's the one. That's my email address, Chris Evers 3030. That's me. Is it in my spam, maybe? Ah. Here we go. I got 3 here. Trail Built, Purity, and Cub Cove. All right. Let me accept this one. For some reason, all the invites that I've got so many invites that go into spam now. Fantastic. That's really going to help Gmail. I've accessed it previously. Let's have a look. No, it didn't say that I'd already accessed it. That's interesting. Maybe I just reviewed your trial build. All right, one sec. Let me do that next. Maybe I just actually did you a website review. It says that was the first time I'd seen the business. And I don't have access to your ad account just yet. So hold on. I'll see if I can assign that to myself inside the business. I've only got partial access. So what you're going to need to do is, I'll show you what to do. Jump on into ad accounts, which I don't have, and you'll see assign people or something. So you need to actually assign me access to the ad account here. That way I'll be able to go in and have a look. Right now, this is what I see. The kid on acid? Yeah, I do remember that one. I don't remember the kid on acid. I just remember the chair. Just in case YouTube moderation is catching up with me. That product was yeah, that was something. Sometimes, you know, it's my job here is, well, one of my jobs is to approve the products that you crazy cats want to run. And sometimes it's easy and it's like, yeah, that's not going to work. But sometimes I'm left in this situation where it's like, you know what? That could be crazy enough. Just crazy enough just to work. And so sometimes I'm just like, yeah, go with it. Let's see what happens. That was one of those products. All right, how are we going? How are we doing with that access to Cub Cove? We're not quite there yet. So I need you to go and grant that access into the ad account. Okay. Nope, still no good. I do not have access. And I've only got partial access into the business here. So you're going to need to go into ad accounts. You're going to need to do it again and find me. Make sure you grant me full admin access on the ad account. And or just upgrade me to full access to everything and I can just do it really quick here. So your choice. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to trail built, and we'll come back to this one when you've got the access sorted. All right, trail built. We spent $126 on this. How did we do with our ads? 46 clicks for $126. That's around about $3 a click. Yeah, $2.74. That's not too bad. We want it cheaper than $2 if we can. Your CPM is quite good. Your CTR is decent. It's not too bad. So this could be looking somewhat good. Let's have a look at your carts. And let's look at your checkouts. Three add to carts and 2 checkouts. All right. For $126. It's not the worst I've seen. Clean boots, muddy paws, dirty gear. One of these got most of the spend. At 1.6% click through. So muddy paws, terrible, didn't work. We can probably turn that one off. Let's have a look here. Muddy paws. Now it only spent $5, so that's not enough spend on this one. It wouldn't have been your add to cart, mate. Somebody else from your ads clicked on your store and added to cart. Definitely. The problem here is that's a very, very niche solution for a problem. And the problem is the dog's going to still get in the car with wet paws that are probably still going to be muddy. So that's probably why they didn't work so well. The CTR, not good enough. But at the same time, it only got $5 in ad spend. So for me, I would probably keep running this. I'd go into my ad set here. Just out of morbid curiosity, just to make sure I didn't just make a big mistake. I'd come in here and I'd set a daily minimum spend. I'd use dollars and I'd say spend $20 minimum just for a couple of days, just to see if this particular ad is going to get a better CTR. It might do. It can actually, once it spends a bit more money, it can actually do okay. So clean boots, let's have a look at this one. This is just a static ad, only $1 spent. You could do the same for this one just to see if this is going to be a solution to some people's problem. Clean boots, clean car. I'm wondering if like you could sell this to like construction workers maybe. Dirty gear. Let's have a look. This one got the most spend. It's got a decent click.
Muddy boots, sandy feet, dirty paws, messy camping.
Way better ad. Now, the reason why these first two kind of suck is because you've only got one problem in there. Now this one, you've actually opened this up to a much wider amount of people.
Trail bit rinse up into any bucket, switch it on, and rinse it all away. No tap, no plumbing, just portable water wherever you need it.
All right, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's take a look at your actual landing page. $135. Get 10% off. The question is, for that $125 that you've spent, how many people signed up to your email address? And the reason why I'm asking this, man, that's a shit picture, by the way. This doesn't give us any context. It just looks like we're just buying a cheap piece of plastic here. That's one problem. Again, it just looks like a cheap piece of plastic that sits in the dirt. Now we have a picture here. This is and should be the get rid of these first other two pictures. This should be the picture here. I don't like your numbers here. For one, they're pointless. That's silly. 95% of people said it made muddy boots, paws, and gear easier to clean before packing up. That's stupid. It's water. It cleans. It cleans the products. You don't need all of this stuff. This is a self-explanatory product. Get rid of these things and then let us look at the product. Quick clean-ups backed by real customer feedback. That's good. Trusted by Aussies, proven by real cleanups. That's good. Portable pressure to clean. The one thing that you have here is it looks like the pressure sucks. If it sucks, then that's one thing, but at least make it look like the pressure is good. Rechargeable power for off-grid adventures, quick rinsing for boots, paws, dirty gear, compact design to earn its place in your rig. I like the compact design, but to earn its place in your rig, I think we can probably word that a bit better. The weekend mess follows you home. Leave the mess behind. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. So, a couple of things to fix there. I'm sure people have questions about this, and the one thing we have to do on your landing page is answer all the questions that people have. So we want to say, how long does the battery last? How do we need like an FAQ section here too. How do you charge the battery? How much water does it hold? That kind of stuff. Okay, we want that kind of stuff here. So you may need to add an accordion FAQ under here to get this thing really pumping. Now, people, you might be looking at these thinking, hey, that wasn't in the course. That's cool. The course is here to get you to a certain level. I'm here to help you breach that level and start scaling. So with that in mind, I do think in this situation, a FAQ section here, like an accordion FAQ would go down really, really well, because we have things to explain. Now, the reason why I asked about your pop-ups, see, I launched a store recently. We're spending $20 a day just to feel out everything. No add to carts yet, no purchases. But my first concern is not add to carts or purchases. My first concern whenever I launch a store is, number one, will people click on my ad? And in this case for you, yeah, people are clicking on this ad. So we have we have an angle here that kind of works now. We need to make more ads like this. Think of different things that we can put in too, different ways that we can use this product. But this is getting you decent clicks. We've got a $2.70 cost per click, not bad. A 1.7% click-through, that's actually pretty good. That's the first step. Step number 2, before you worry about anything else, are you getting emails? If you've spent $126 and you have an email sign-up rate of anything below 5%, you'll only have at the most 5 emails in Klaviyo right now. And that's not good enough. That's not good enough to sell this product. That's not good enough to sell any product, really. My stores have like a 15 to 20% sign-up rate to my emails now. And that helps substantially because when I spend $100, I get 20 people signing up to my email list. Do you know how many people signed up to my emails today? Over 100 people across my biggest store signed up to my emails today. That's 100 potential buyers that I've bought off Facebook. And that makes my job a lot easier because a lot of those people will buy from me as they go through my welcome series. And your welcome series, at this point, you can start to pad it out. If you've reached this point in the course, you've probably got a welcome series of maybe 3 to 5 emails. But you're paying Facebook to get those people to give you their email addresses. You may as well send them more emails. You may as well give them more offers on this. You've started with welcome 10. Give them 0 on the email list. My friend, we need to fix that. The best way to fix that is through Alia. Whose store can I show you that's still using Alia? There's one store that I have access to that I can show you that's still using it. And the reason Alia is my weapon of choice here. The reason why I would show you Alia, I don't know if you saw my store before. It probably won't pop up now since I fixed it. Alia, I've replaced it with my own app that I've developed. But Alia is still, for everybody else, the king of getting email signups. Now, let me have a look here. Give me a second. When is my Alia version coming out? Soon. In all my spare time. No, I'm actually I'm testing and doing bug fixes. Every day I find something new that needs fixing. It's coming soon. So Alia is like this little industry secret that we only recently all caught onto. And I'm going to show you in a second. Hold on a second. Now, it's $100 a month, but you get free 2 weeks. And one of the reasons why it's so awesome is in that 2 weeks, you can test so many different versions of your pop-up. This is what the app looks like. So this is how my pop-up flow will go. And in this store this is one of my client stores that I'm working on for her. I hope she doesn't mind me showing this bit. We scratch the pop-up, we get an exclusive discount. On the next screen here, we enter our email address, and then we have the actual thing that we give you. It could be 15% off, it could be 10% off. In this case, we're giving away some free jewelry. Now, this pop-up pops up after 5 seconds. It also pops up when they're detecting that that customer is going to leave the store. And then there's also a final trigger here that pops up. So this pops up 3 times. And because of that, you have a way more chance of getting the customer to give you their email address. And if a customer really wants the product, they're probably going to put their email address in. You're going to annoy them so much that they're going to do it. And that's great because then you get to send them an email when they abandon your cart. You get to send them an email when they abandon the checkout. You get to send them an email if they don't even make it to their cart because you've got their email address. You get to send them the welcome series. And then we can really start making more sales because welcome series helps Facebook sell this product. Okay, so Matt, we need to work on the images. We need to work on a little bit of the USPs here. Make them a little bit better to showcase. Like these are just portable pressure to clean up on the road. Give me benefits of this. What are we doing here? What are we cleaning and why? Most importantly, a lot of people in the USPs, they miss out on the why. Why is that important? And we've got to tell customers why they need this. So your wife doesn't yell at you when you bring back mud. I don't know. Maybe there's a benefit of this for fishermen to clean fish. Maybe there's a benefit of this I don't know. You'll have to think of it all. But my point is, we just need to uplift this a little bit. Now, I love your logo. I love your colors. I like your gifts here. They're all perfect. We just got to uplift this a little bit, and most importantly, get the customers' emails. Now, don't spend any more money on ads until you've got your pop-up sorted. And then once you're happy with it, then put your ads back on. In terms of ads, turn off these 2 ad sets that aren't doing much at all. For Dirty Gear, I know this is an AI ad. It's actually a pretty good AI ad. You've done well. But it's time to also think of, the sand was a good one, actually. The sand was a very good one. It's time for you to branch out now and start making more ads to showcase more reasons to use this. That's what I would suggest. I like the sandy beach one. Anyway, next one. Cub Cove. Here we go. Let's take a look. Most of you have the same pop-up with Klaviyo. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. You guys you do the course, you do the pop-up, and you get some sales, and then you come to my call and you say, Chris, how do I make more money? And that's where I come in. That's what this call is all about. This is figuring out how to make you guys more money. So it's great that everybody starts at an even baseline. It's great that you'll finish the course. You build very similar websites. And for some products, and for some angles, and for some ads, you just nail it, and that works. For the rest of us, we got to look at how we can improve things. And even if you nail it, this is where we start to optimize everything so you can make even more money out of that. That's why they keep paying me at the Freedom Club to help you guys. That's why I have a job. All right, $77 purchases. That's not terrible. Not terrible. Probably not profitable. Ryan, you posted a few screenshots. I'll take a look in a second. Cost per click is pretty good. CTR is actually good. The acid chair. All right. Where are you? Where's my Freedom Club? Ryan, you're up here, all the way up here. So we have average order is $200. Huh, pretty good. You've made $2,000 worth of selling these. Okay. I can't see how many orders you've had. That's the problem. So can you tell me, let's look at the same data. Over the last 30 days, how many sales have you had? How many orders have you had over the last 30 days? Is this one of those products that I thought was just crazy enough to work and then it worked? Oh, it's a lot more expensive than I thought. It's $159. Okay. Ryan, how much does this cost you to send? Yeah, we need a better pop-up. This is starting to pop off, this store. 17 orders. All right. And Facebook reckons that you got 12. So Facebook's a little bit off. We could talk about tracking in another time, in another call. I'm actually building a way better... I'll show you guys what I'm building. Let me show you. This one, I have no idea when I'm going to release it. This one is a very, very... not tricky, but it's important that I get this one absolutely right. And it's been a lot more trickier than I thought it was going to be to figure out how to do this. But this is my ever so good tracking app. And you can see here we have daily profit and loss. We have attribution and we have data quality. So the attribution is basically, this is my version of the upgraded, what do you call it? Triple Whale. So Triple Whale upgraded costs like $300 a month. This is what I built for myself. And this data quality here, this actually takes my data from Shopify and it uploads it to Facebook. And it enriches the Facebook data so that Facebook knows who my customers are a lot better, so that Facebook tracks sales better. Because I have the same problem that you have, Ryan, and a lot of people will as well. Not all my sales were getting tracked in Facebook, so it was almost impossible for me to know where to put my money. But with this now, I've been able to fix it, and now Facebook sees everything. So this is coming, guys. I'm not sure 100% when this is coming, but when I feel like this is at a point where it's able to be released, I will publish this app and I'll get this over to you guys to install on your stores. And you can see here it's taking a sweet ass time. Why is this taking so long? Interesting. So I can't show you that because it's not bloody loading. Let me talk to my coder. 1 second. Anyway, this is an example of why apps take a little while for me to release them. Anyway, so we have a problem. Facebook's not tracking everything. So you say you got 17 orders. Facebook says 12. Your total spend here is... Let me do some quick maths. You guys know maths isn't my forte. 928 plus 114 is 1,042 divided by 17 orders gives us $61 a purchase. Okay. Now, $61 a purchase plus $50 it costs you to ship this one means plus $50. You're making 169 minus 112. Minus any discounts that you give people. And this doesn't include when people order 2, which must happen every now and again. So you're making on average $57 to maybe $107 profit per order at the moment. Dude, Ryan, man, it's scaling time. We're making money, man. It's time to go and now experiment with your pop-up. Get more emails. It's time to experiment with writing better emails in your welcome series. It's time to write better emails in your abandoned cart and abandoned checkout, and checking your open rates. If your open rates are not 40%, we need to make better subject lines in your emails, or maybe even move over to OmniSend. Klaviyo is great, but if your open rates are below 40% on average on Klaviyo, I can absolutely I can recommend moving over to OmniSend. If you need a link to OmniSend, there is a link over in my YouTube channel. There's a link in my description of this video that gets you over to OmniSend. I highly recommend them. Highly recommend them. They are fantastic. Now, looking at your ads, it's probably time to implement. It's almost time to implement. Not quite. I'm not even going to go down that route. We're not there yet. So $45 a purchase on this one ad, top of funnels, 15-second UGC.
This isn't a toy. It's a sensory tool built with a heavy-duty frame that holds up to 100 kilos. 5
She's great.
Spinning resets their nervous system, and
you did great.
Gives everyone a break.
That's a fantastic AI ad. Amazing. That's giving you $45 purchases. So what you have here, to me, is one good... Oh, is that the same one? 1.9, top of funnel, 30 seconds. So 30 second didn't work very well, but 15 second did. Interesting. I do find if you can get your point across in 15 seconds, 15 seconds is a great ad format. Facebook loves it because it gives you cheaper views.
If your child is constantly running, crashing, jumping on the couch.
Yeah, this was too AI-ish. That's why that one didn't work. This one here, you get away with it. She doesn't sound too AI-ish. Now, I'll give you guys a little hint with AI. Seed Dance 2.5 just came out, and there is no reason why you can't go and record yourself doing exactly what she's doing and then using AI to change your character, change you into the person who's going to buy this. And then what happens is the way that you say the script sounds so much better. I did it recently for Homecraftology and it worked really well. Okay, now these other ones, 34, 18, and 6. I don't know. Lately, I haven't been feeling static ads. I've actually turned most of my static ads off my prospecting campaigns. I don't feel like static ads do a good job in prospecting. I don't feel like it. I feel like video does way better if you get it right. This one's hard to read because of it looks like the text is for some reason blurry. I don't know why, because it's not blurry there. So what I would do is keep going with the top of funnel 15-second ad. Take this ad, take this script, regenerate it with a male, regenerate it with a slightly older woman, regenerate it with you know, just different people saying the same thing, and you might find that you find a different character who sells it even better. But it's time to make more ads. We're onto something here, and you just need more, and more. Hope that helps, my friend. You've done really well. Congratulations. Excellent. Excellent work. And this is how it's done. This is how it's done. It's been a while though. Hey, Ryan, it's been a bit of a journey getting here, but you've done so well. And what you can do from here, if you like, is you can start to scale this particular campaign up a little bit. Maybe 20% every 3 to 4 days. It's only spending $40 a day. So I would want to see how this thing performs at like $80 a day. Because at $80 a day, you should get at least 1 to 2 orders. And then from there, even seeing how this works at $150 a day. It may not scale. You may need to taper it back, but it may scale very, very easily. You just don't know until you try. But yeah, more ads, more pop-up. Go and get those email addresses. For this one especially because when you get more emails on this one, you're going to fill up your email database with women, mums, who want to shop for their babies. And if this is your one product that you've got, it's time for some more sensory products. Oh, you got some here. There's no reason why you should be selling these sensory products through your emails. All right. Let's move on. Danny, Author Pulse. You've got 2 purchases. All right. I'll see if I can help. Lisa, if you make a video ad starring yourself and get AI to upgrade your character, can it totally change your gender? It can. It absolutely can. I mean, it's a bit more tricky to be like a New Zealander accent because I like in Higgsfield, you can change the character voice, but I don't know if they have a New Zealander voice. I did find one that sounds Aussie, and I did find an American one that isn't so obnoxious. Yeah, so it can be done. All right, top of funnel prospecting for Author Pulse, $131 a purchase. Cost per click is really good. The click-through is really good. Okay. Oh, the image. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Look, you get all these cheap clicks from an image, but most of the clicks that you're getting of this thing is people thinking, what even is this? Why are people talking about it? So you're getting inquiry clicks. You're not getting purchase clicks. And also, guys, come on. When you have an EM dash anywhere in your ad, what you're saying is, I'm too lazy to edit my AI ad. We don't have the EM dashes up here. They're proper dashes, but right here, oh my gosh. Now, when we make an ad, we absolutely don't want to say things like everyone's talking about this and some weird picture that we can't make out what this is or what it does. Because when that happens, you're going to think you have a good product. When I looked at these stats, I'm thinking, holy crap, Look at these click-throughs. 4% click-through, that's unheard of. $1.4 per click, 70 cents per click. This is probably going to be a product that does really well. But when I look at the ad, it's more somebody trying to figure out what the hell this is. This is like they're trying to solve a puzzle and understand what you're selling rather than actually seeing what this does and wanting it for themselves. Does that make sense? So we don't want inquiry ads. Now, this particular ad here, the image here, is terrible. A terrible, terrible ad. I'm sorry if one of the Freedom Club guys did this for you, but that's not bad there. That's not a bad ad. That shows me the product gets warm. We got light. That's a great, sorry, I said ad, but that's a great image there. The product looks boring. It looks like it's on a seat. It doesn't show me anything. And I would go with this one. Trusted by thousands, proven by real results. But it doesn't tell me what this does. But it does show me where it's put. So that's a step in the right direction. Melt away years of stubborn back tension almost instantly. That's probably the first and best image that you should have on the website. Now, you got to get 10% off here. You can probably keep that. Now, one thing I don't like, this probably looks bad on mobile, does it? No, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, you can keep that. That's fine. Designed for targeted lumbar support. What does that mean? Heat and muscle relaxation and recovery. Curiosity clicks. Thank you, Damon. That's exactly the terminology. We do not want curiosity clicks. Red light therapy for stiffness and strain. That's probably going to be... I mean, do you know what you haven't at all said in your benefits here? We've got drug-free back pain relief therapy belt. Nothing in here has mentioned pain relief therapy belt, but also... I don't know if we should be mentioning pain-free therapy belt. Yeah, should we? I guess it does that. I guess that's what it's for. And like I've got back pain right now. I could probably put one of these on and probably heat up my back and feel good. So yeah, we should be saying that. And you know what? It should be the benefit. Designed for targeted lumbar support. I don't think this is designed to support the lumbar. This isn't a pillow. This is a belt. Heat and muscle relaxation recovery. Well, you told me this was pain relief. Now you're telling me this is for relaxation and recovery? That doesn't make sense. Red light therapy belt for stiffness and strain. What about red light therapy belt for targeted pain relief? That should be the first USP. Vibration therapy for blood circulation. Great. That should be the second one. And then think of two strong USPs for this. One size fits all. And targeted heat therapy penetrates deep into the muscles. Wow, that's fantastic. Those are your 4 USPs right there. A combination of 3 clinically. I think this is clunky. It's a clunky headline and a clunky paragraph here. Experience the ultimate recovery trifecta with the Ortho Pulse system, a powerhouse of... See, we're talking about recovery. But this is a drug-free back pain relief therapy belt. I'm not after muscle recovery. I want you to cure my back pain. And that's probably what you're selling in the ads, right? Well, not here because we're not really selling anything there. We're really just getting curiosity clicks. Here, we got your back. Go about your day and let this handle your back. Well, that doesn't tell me much, actually. What do you mean handle my back? What are we doing to my back? Most back pain solutions. Here we go. Back pain solution. That's pretty good. So we are mentioning back pain at least in the ad copy. And then we're coming here and we're seeing back pain. Cool. But then we're melting away tension. It didn't come in and melt my tension away. It came to solve my back pain. By combining deep penetrating infralight therapy to accelerate cellular repair, soothing heat to dissolve muscle tension, and gentle vibration to boost circulation, this belt targets pain at its source. You made me read that whole bloody paragraph before I heard the word that I wanted, back pain. Come on. We got to sell this thing, not write a bloody thing about it. We need to sell it. Experience a drug-free revitalizing recovery from the comfort of your home or while you're on the move. That should have been sentence number 1 in this paragraph. You did nail it. Sentence number 1. And then this thing, just write less words, but make those words more meaningful. Feel the difference every day drug-free. Experience the clinically backed, drug-free, pain-free sessions from the comfort of your home. What do you mean by pain-free sessions? What are we sessioning? Helping you relax stiff muscles. Again, we're already going to talk about that stuff up here. What else can we talk about here? Maybe we can talk about the fact that you can do this anytime, anywhere, whenever back pain strikes. And you can use this while you work. You can use this while you sit, that kind of thing. Rather than, we don't want to repeat things on the page. If we've already said it once, it doesn't help to say it again. We may as well use the spot where we've said the same thing twice to sell some other aspect or feature. Powerhouse of relief that restores your mobility. Again, we're talking about powerhousing up here. And now we're talking about recovery. I think we need a whole new selling point down here. A whole new selling point. Us versus other brands. 3 therapies, clinically approved therapies. I mean, one-time investment, OrthoPulse versus other brands, it doesn't make any sense. So this doesn't make a lot of sense. We're repeating ourselves here with the therapies. I do agree 3 therapies in 1 belt is nice. But what are some of the other things that you have that other products don't have? Well, you've got, if you look at this, the touch system on the front to easily switch the modes. A lot of brands don't have that. The fact that this is so thick and wraps around like this, I guess that's what you were meaning by support. And maybe I guess I was wrong when I said this doesn't support. Maybe that is one of the big selling points of this is it does help support your back as you wear it. So perhaps that's one of the other features you want to talk about here. I definitely was wrong there. Adjustable fit, yeah, and portable and rechargeable. Yeah. So let's fix this one up too. And looking back at your ads, I really think you're going to want to actually start. Oh, here we go. We've got one. Yeah, this isn't going to work because we're already 8 seconds in and now we see the product. People aren't going to wait that long. So on Facebook especially, one of the trends that I've been noticing lately is your ads have to be shorter and shorter and shorter and get to the point very quick. Otherwise, they just don't work. So what I would recommend is, I'm not saying you have to redo the video. You've already got the video, but how can you cut this down to be, my back was sore, and that's where I found the OrthoPulse. If you need to show your problem and solution in the first 5 seconds of your ad. I don't think waking up stiff. I don't like that. I don't really like that hook at all. When she's here and she's saying, and that's when I found the OrthoPulse, great. But I think we need another hook here. Like, I suffer from debilitating back pain. And that's when I found the OrthoPulse. Something like that. And just short and sweet. Problem solution. Let me just check the rest of the ad set up correctly too. I think it is. Yep, that all looks good to me. Perfectly okay.
I used to dread getting out of bed because of my stiff lower back. I tried the OrthoPulse therapy belt.
Again, stiff lower back. That's not enough to sell this one. Stiff lower back. We're selling this as a pain relief. So I suffer with serious back pain every morning, and this is the only thing that helps. So you've got good clips here. You don't need to redo the clips. We can actually go and use AI to write a different script and to get someone actually. So what you can do is take. Here's how I do it. I go into Higgsfield. I create a character. I tell Higgsfield to go and keep creating me a character until I find the one that I want to sell my product. Age, looks, what they do in life, all those things matter when you're building your character. And then I go and write a script. and I get that character to say that script using Higgsfield. And then I download, it's just a talking head video. I download that, and that's my talking head video. Then I can actually go and put all the clips that I have from my previous ads in front of the talking head video. And that's how I do my ads. Are AI voiceovers fine? Well, you can do both. You can do both. What I want to show you is my last ad that I made, because yes, you can do one or the other. Either is fine. AI voices are okay, but if you are really, really, really clever, you can build something that is completely unique. If I can find my one here. Where is it? Here we go.
If you're a snorer or someone you love is a snorer, don't buy a mouthguard until you watch this video. It was my GP who got me under mouthguards in the first place. But most of them are sold as an absolute rip-off, and I don't want you getting scammed. In fact, that's the whole reason why I started my no snore store in the first place. Now, there are two things that you should know before you buy a mouthguard to stop you snoring. Number one, it needs to have a dial on the side of the mouthguard. This is actually the part of it that stops you from snoring, because you can adjust it to push your jaw forward at night, opening up your airway. Number two, don't buy a mouthguard that's $250 or $400 or more, because if you are, those are chemist prices and you're getting scammed. The thing is, my mouthguard does the same thing, but better because of the adjustable dial on the side, and I can do it for $79.95 on my store right now. I'd love to see you on there so that you can have your first snore-free night and not get kicked out of the bed or poked in the ribs by your partner.
And that's how you do an AI avatar. So that was my original video that I tested with all the angles. I spent... The lady's hair is great, isn't it? This was my original video that I did on my crappy... Oh, my camera's not crappy, but I'm not very good with my camera. I got this multiple $1,000 camera sitting in front of me. I'm terrible at it. I can't get the lighting to look good. I certainly missed out on getting the... Like, I think my mic is more in focus here. And what was I thinking wearing my gym gear? I should have dressed up a little bit nicer. But this, out of all my ads, was the ad that worked. And so what I did is I took this ad and I broke it down into two 30-second clips. And I went into Higgsfield. I generated myself in front of these people in Higgsfield. I said to Higgsfield, take my photo that I have here, make me look better, give me better lighting, give me a better angle, and give me better hair. And give me various situations. I've got other versions that I'm ready to create. This is another one I think I made.
Lovers a snorer, don't buy a mouthguard until you watch this video.
So I've got different situations saying my winning ad. And all of these now go into my ad account because I know that this script works, but I needed to find a way to make the ad better. So this now allows me to take one winning script and create almost infinite numbers of ads in different situations for me to sell the product. This is what I do. And so you could use a clip of yourself talking about your product. I could change this to another person and I could change the voice, but because my voice intonation is there, AI knows how to say the things that I want to say. It knows how to say them in the way that I want to say them. So it will sound much more realistic when I change the voice. So that's what I've been doing in my spare time. All right, and that's what you need to do with this one. Make a whole bunch of new ads. Try and find that winning combination that's going to actually sell this product. The winning features that you're going to mention in your actual ad, and make the time to go and do that. A couple of my students, so I'm doing some one-on-ones here with Jashil. She's in the process of doing this right now. If Renee's on the call, Renee's just had one of the biggest weeks of her life because she's done the same thing. Only she didn't use AI, she just used herself. And she's found the winning formula. And her ad, the first ad that was getting her all the money, it was like my first ad here. It wasn't done great. It was just that she said the right things. And it was rough. It was a rough edit. That's okay. Rough edits can work. They can work really, really well. I guess sometimes people feel sorry for you, so they just buy your stuff. That certainly was the case for me. Isn't that amazing how it changed the angle? Unreal. And it made my hair better. Maybe I should do my hair on the side. Nah, I don't do that. All right. So that's what I recommend for there. Good luck, Denny. Matt. Trail build. Well, we had a look at that before, right? James. Ads reviewed during the session. First time having them reviewed. Not sure if you need to give me access. Business is picture numbers. Paint by numbers? Paint by numbers? All right, let's take a look. Is this the same James who did that other paint by numbers store that I saw? A lady commented the other day, asked if you stole her dog. That's funny. Now, just for everyone's sake, just so you know, I also sell paint by numbers kits, but I haven't really focused on them for a while. I used to have a brand called Paint Craftology. It's very similar to Home Craftology. We actually sold that brand off, and but I still have those paint numbers in my store. So if there's anyone who's going to be able to help you sell this thing, it's going to be me. I don't currently have ads running for the paintings because I don't know. It's so much effort to go and get videos created. All right, that's weird. Are you using cost cap? Now, I personally, I never use cost cap. This is why. You've got a $500 a day budget. It's only spent $76 today. I really can't stand. Oh, hey, Michael. No problem. I'll check yours out next, Michael. I really can't stand cost caps. And it's the unpredictability that makes me not use them. I'd much rather it spend a smaller budget, but spend the whole thing and tell me results rather than spending only a little bit of what I need for it to work. Let's have a look at your clicks. No purchases, $560 spent. Have you got any purchases in the back end at all? You've had 14 sales, but nothing since then. Between June and July. I don't see them here. Maybe we got to go back further. $84 a purchase. Yikes. Yeah, a cost cap is only going to help if you're like having huge budgets and trying to make this work. So ad set 18 and ad set 17 are the ones that are working. The rest of this stuff, did we get much spend? Where did the money go? 2 purchases. Some of this is not bad. Like $35 a purchase, $50 a purchase. Look, how do I help you here? The best thing I can tell you is these purchase prices, for the most part, of some of these are not bad. You can expect purchase prices of between $25 and $50 on Facebook for this type of a product. But I don't want you to think that's bad. While someone might come and purchase from you for $35 and you might not make money on that, you're hopefully building customers, and you hopefully have a really good pop-up on your store that is actually getting those customers in, because with paint by numbers, a lot like diamond painting, these will be customers who come back to you 4 or 5 times if you just give them new designs. So we'll look here about where you've spent the most money. So ad set 18, we won't do this again. $6 a purchase and $95 a purchase. Okay, we've got image ads. I don't love image ads for these products, especially like if you look at my Home Craftology ads, you'll see that I have image ads, but I don't have them on my top of funnel. My top of funnel is strictly a video showing me use these things. Buy any 2, get 1 free plus $50 free gifts. That's a lot you're giving away. I don't think I'm going to be able to see these, but look, from what I can see here, they don't look great. They don't look like great images. Well, we'll check the website soon. We need better images. In fact, let's have a look through all the ads. Yeah, I wouldn't be scaling up my image ads to get sales like this, but you know what? Some of these are getting sales. It's just for some reason, Facebook doesn't want me to see your images because I don't have access to your page. That sucks. That doesn't make this very easy. Let's take a look at your actual website. So people land on here, and the first problem that I see is it's not evidently clear what these are. All you've got here is images. No rhyme or reason. There's no telling me that these are paint by numbers. They just look like cheap photos or cheap wall canvases. That's the first problem. Limited time only. Buy two, get one free, plus $50 in free gifts. Simply add any 3 kits to your cart. Now, that's a strong offer. But then we got get 10% off over here. So the other problem that you've got is 2 strong offers can cancel each other out. If you give people too much choice, it makes them not want to buy anything. Now, let's click on this Desert Reverie. Actually, you know what? I like the fact that you've got mandalas here. Mandalas are some of my strongest sellers. You probably will find the same thing for you. Switch off the noise, find your place. Good. The perfect hobby for everyone. Not bad. No talent or experience required. Not bad. Everything's included. Good-ish. Good-ish. Yeah, okay. Lots of... How do you have that many reviews? All right. The first big problem that I see, I don't know how big this thing is. There's no size guide here to tell me how big of an artwork I'm doing. But it's very confusing how I can choose how many colors there are. I don't understand why I need to choose this many colors. What does this mean? What is the difference if I get 48 versus 24? There's no price difference. Oh, there is. There's a price difference. Does that mean it's bigger? I don't know. And you got 24% off sale, but you told me that I get 10% off on the first thing, and then you told me that I get buy two, get one free. Okay. It's confusing. No frame. What's the difference between getting a frame and no frame? Is it going to be easier for me or harder for me to complete my paint by numbers if I get it framed or not framed? Description. A 40 by 40 watt canvas. Is that centimeters or inches? Okay, what's included? Canvas. So rather than telling me, it's better to show me what's included. Rather than telling me, like you do need these things. You do need to actually, tell me all these things. So I'm not saying get rid of these things, but show rather than tell. So this whole page here, you've shown me an image of a picture. I haven't seen a canvas yet. I haven't seen anyone painting this particular picture. We've got happy painters, but nothing showing me what's in the kit. I have questions. Do I get paintbrushes? Do I actually get all the paints? How does this work? And what does this look like when I get it? And then I have to watch these to see in action. So you're asking too much, and you're making it too hard for me to understand how this works, and just assuming that I understand how a paint by numbers works. Now, on these website, you can see here we've got some issues here. We've got the 10% off teaser coming on the top here, and we've got our add to cart pop in down the bottom here. It's very confusing. I would get rid of this 10% off teaser, and I would get rid of the add to cart thing from the bottom here. Keep things simple. One more kit to get a magnifying glass. Why do I need a magnifying glass? What does it even look like? Is this like a cheap one to read a newspaper? Is this a special one for painting? I don't know, because you haven't told me anything. First kit, magnifying glass, free kit, precision brushes. Okay, so let's add another one. I get a magnifying glass. All right. It's pretty cool. It comes in free. I like it. But again, how much is a magnifying glass actually worth? Because it's worth $0 here. How much am I getting? What's my value here that I'm getting? Free kit. All right, I did get a free kit. Precision brushes. So does that mean this is what you got to be very careful of? If I add one more kit, I get precision brushes. It says. Does that mean that I don't get any precision brushes or any brushes at all if I don't have all of these kits in here? Is that what that means? So we need to really show people. We need to show people what's in the kit before they add to cart, so they understand it. This is using a pop-up inside of one-click upsell. I never do this. If someone's clicked checkout, don't stop them from checking out. You can use one-click upsell to upsell these things after they've given you their money. Take the money first, and then say, hey, would you like this as well? With one click, you can have this, and we'll charge your cart again. It's much better to use one-click upsell to do one-click upsells, not pre-upsells. So my advice, turn this off and convert all of these to happen after the purchase inside one-click upsell. Because this is a conversion killer for most websites. Picture and numbers rated excellent. Cool. That's all very good. $135. I got my 4 kits in there. Yep. And I got my free magnifying glass and free. Okay. So that bit works quite well. So a fair few things to fix up there. And for your ads, I'm surprised that these image ads are working. I can't really see them. Maybe I should do a preview. Just give me a second in here. And I'll see if I can preview your ad on Facebook. Ah, I see. The image is actually quite nice. Okay, that's not bad at all. I stand corrected on the images. This is somewhat okay, but you could make this so much better if you just had some paintbrushes. Now, what I find with my diamond painting store is it's oftentimes a lot better to say 40%, like up to 40% off diamond painting kits, or buy 3, get 1 free diamond painting kits. And probably the same for you. Buy 3, get 1 free paint by number kits. And make it more obvious that we're doing painting here. Maybe one of these should be somebody actually painting on one of the canvases. That would make this so much better, and you'd probably get way more purchases. So have a think about that. So a few things there for you to do. You're on the right track. I'm actually proud of what you've done. Good job. Good job. Things are looking really good. And for your ads, if we can fix those landing pages problems, then your ads will probably do a lot better. Now, you have a lot of reliance here on images. I think it's time to go make some video ads. They'll probably do even better. Makes sense? And then for this, like, you're getting a $50 cost per purchase. I know it says 84, but some of your ads are getting like a $50 cost per purchase. Don't be afraid of spending $30 to $50 on a new customer. Remember, the purpose of this business is to get emails, grow your email list, and sell to your email list, because people will buy 4 or 5 times. Most of recent ads or videos. I know I didn't see the videos, but I'm running out of time. So, is this one of the ones here? For whatever reason, it doesn't want me to watch your videos anyway. But I'll watch out for them in my newsfeed now that I've been to your website. So hopefully I'll see them. Yeah, man, keep going. Keep going. You're doing great. You're doing great. You've actually picked a niche that is not particularly easy. And you will get sales. But what I mean by not easy is these diamond painting and paint by numbers businesses, they can be slow to start off with, because you got to grow your customer list first. Ad sets 20s to 39. And with my business, I was getting sales, but I wasn't profitable probably until a good month or 2 into it. And then it was like, then it started to fly. Once your pre-existing customers start coming back to you, oh man, then things get really good. Ad set 20s and 39, 20s to 39. Is this one here with Eve? I guess I didn't look at it because it was turned off. James, if you're ever interested in one-on-ones, this goes for anybody here actually. If you guys are ever interested in one-on-one trading with me, I could help you take this business to the moon. I can't play them here. Sorry, man. I wish I could. Facebook. Oh, here we go. Too slow. Too slow. Way too slow. And the typing's really annoying. We need to speed this one up. Like, she's doing the right things. There we go. You could start there, and that would be a better ad. Speed things up, get to the point, put some branding and some stuff on the actual thing. You could even narrate that yourself like I do in my ad. You could be like, hey, I'm James from Picture and Numbers. I love paint by numbers. They help me relax. This is one of our clients. She's doing one of our customers. She's doing this kit here. and you just narrate it in the corner there, and those ads do really well. And then you can take your time because you're explaining things along the way. But yeah, as for you and for anybody else, if you're interested in one-on-ones, if you really want to learn how to scale and how to get these things rolling and have me on your coattails telling you what to do, I do offer my one-on-ones. If you're interested in that, you can hit me up on WhatsApp and let me know that you're interested. I'm not sure if I have a slot this week, but put down your name and I can tell you when a slot opens up if you're keen. So for you, James, yeah, I could definitely help you scale. And for anybody else, same goes for you too. All right, moving along. Who did I forget? Matt. I thought I did trail built. No, Mitchell. Milky Glow. I haven't done that one. Okay. Increasing your spend budget. My current campaign won't allow you to post anymore. You're thinking of posting under a brand new campaign. Want to check with you first. You've had some issues with the website loading speed. You've hopefully fixed that. Paused ads until you weren't making money. Milky Glow. Let's take a look. All right. Well, it seems to be loading up quite well. I don't love your logo, but we can work on that at some point. Toothbrush sanitizer. Yeah, it's loading pretty fast. All right, let's go see your ads. Milky Glow. Do I have access to your ad account? Or do I just have to tell you how we're doing with these ads here?
Brushing should improve my dental hygiene, not expose me to toothbrush germs. I was shocked to find out about how unclean an exposed toothbrush could be. So I immediately turned to the Milky Glow Premium Toothbrush Sanitizer. This thing not only sterilizes...
It's okay. Like, bloody hell.
I can't touch my
What happened?
Brushing should improve my dental hygiene.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to help you. So I'll look up Milky. I'll see if I have access to your ad account. This will have to be the last one today, guys. If I've missed anybody else, if you could please put your question on Wednesday's event, and I promise if you can put it on there now, I will get to you on Wednesday. Okay, Milky Glow. 182 spent. Yeah, look, two things here, my friend. Number one, I don't think this is going to work with this particular ad, sadly. And this happens. It's not your fault. It happens from time to time. I don't feel like I love this ad. I don't feel like we're really selling the problem well enough. But when your cost per click is $5, it's impossible to make this profitable. When your CTR is below 1.5, everything becomes harder. And no matter how much money you throw at your ad, it may not be easy. Hold on. Have you really had 7 checkouts? You've made statics? Okay, we'll check that out. Have you had 7 checkouts? Have you had any purchases, Michael? You pop your statics in too. I wouldn't mind seeing them. Who have we got that sells this same product? What do we call this thing? A toothbrush sanitizer. You know what? Let's have a look. You have another ad in there. One organic purchase months ago. Okay. So yeah, we did have people adding to cart. We're gonna look out some ads. I'm just gonna do a quick search for toothbrush. We'll see if any toothbrush holding machines come on. Maybe toothbrush sanitizer. Maybe that will work. We'll see. Whoops. Damn it. Come back. I'm clicking everywhere. Come back. Kogan's selling it, or a cleanse. I want Shopify, and I need active ads. Sterile Lush. All right, 18 days. That's the same product you're selling. $110. Oh, that's a nice gift. Is this one of ours? Is this one of you guys that I just found? I think it is. I apologize to whichever student this one is, but we have found your ads. Ad's been running since July 30th. That's actually a pretty good ad there, if you've seen that one. Now, if this is a Freedom Club student, of course, we don't want to, steal the ad, but your toothbrush is harboring more germs than your toilet. That's great. That's fantastic. That's an amazing ad. And
This toothbrush sanitizer kills 99% of bacteria on your toothbrush with the power of UV.
Did you hear that? Straight within the first few seconds, problem solution. This toothbrush sanitizer kills 99% of bacteria on your toothbrush with the power of UV. And then now they're telling me the story about all the bacteria flying around my toothbrush. So the problem solution first, and then more details around the problem after. Brilliant. All done in 30 seconds of ad. So, yeah, we need to make better ads for this one. Can I look at your other ads? I can't even see your other ads, my friend. Have you got them published? Because they're not in here. I see campaign, and I see audience testing, and I see 2 ads. So I have a feeling that you haven't published your ads yet. So unfortunately, I can't see them. You can try and publish them now, so I can take a quick look. They are made by Freedom? Yeah. I understand that. But sometimes, look, there are angles to sell every product, and just because the Freedom Club make them doesn't mean that we got the right angle. However, you got the clips. So with the power of AI, we've got someone using your product now. So I always get Freedom to make me UGC, but that doesn't always mean that the Freedom Club UGC is the one that works. Sometimes once they've made me the UGC, sometimes I find myself having to go and use AI to make a different narrative, or even have myself as the narrator of that narrative, changing things up to try and get the sale. And then what I do is I take my Freedom Club UGC and I use that as my footage in front of my narrative. And that's what you kind of got to do here. So we've got really good clips here to use. They're really good. But now we've got to sell the problem solution. And I really like how these guys did it. I apologize if these guys are another Freedom Club student, but that is a perfect way to sell this product. So learn from the script, learn from the image ad they got here, and get to work remixing your own. And that's what we need to do. All right, ladies and gents, I got to go. It's almost bedtime. I will see you all on Wednesday. And until then, keep working hard. Keep getting those ads out and keep making that money. And I'll see you next time.